Hey guys, welcome to the channel. My name is Nick Armenis. This video is going to be e-commerce Google related, but it's going to be talking about why exactly I've stuck just to Google Ads, just for e-commerce for so long. I've been running Google Ads for e-commerce now for well over 8 years, and my agency's been running for over 6.5 years. Prior to that, I had my own store running Google Ads, running also other avenues, but Google Ads was my favorite platform by a country mile, and I found it got me the best results the quickest. That's probably the first reason I did it, but in today's video, I wanted to take you through why I've stuck to it for so long. So let's just get right into it. So the first reason is, as I said, I found it gets the best results the quickest, particularly for new businesses, and really for any business. You can get set up so quickly with Google Ads that, particularly from an agency point of view. So when you look at it from an agency or an e-commerce point of view, it's the quickest to get up and running. You don't need creative is a really big one. And because you don't need creative, it's actually cheaper to get started, right? You don't have to go out and shoot some fancy videos or images or anything like that. You can get started straight away out of the gates. And with AI, everything is actually getting better and better and better, even from a creative point of view. Google's AI over time is going to be able to create lots of creative for you very, very quickly. And it'll plug into all of that data that they have to go and find new customers and then tailor those ads. So that's another reason is Google from very, very early on was investing in AI. And although that's become a hot topic now, they've been doing it for a long time, and the ads just keep getting better over time. Second reason is I really enjoy them. So this should have probably been the first, but I really enjoy running, and in particular, this has been my focus in my agency, is scaling Google Ads. That's a big part of the reason I've enjoyed it. They are, I would say, not as scalable generally as Meta ads, so Facebook, Instagram. But when you have some serious search volume, even in a small country like Australia, you would be very surprised just how far you can scale with Google Ads. It's actually incredibly impressive. You know, businesses that, they were stuck at $8,000 a month, $5,000 a month, getting to $3, $4, $5, $6, $7, $1 million per month, and relatively quickly by traditional business standards. And when I say quickly, it might be 6 to 18 months that they get to these high levels, depending on how much search volume they have, or it might take 4 or 5 years. There is, I guess, not a downside, but a different way of running them. They do take a little bit longer to get started, to get impressions. They're not quick. You will not always spend your budget is an interesting one that people don't understand, and they go, well, I wanted to spend 100,000 this month. You only spent 90. Why didn't you spend the other 10? Sometimes the search volume is just simply not there. And when the search volume is not there, you can sit there trying to spend money and it won't. Or if you manage to force it, you'll actually get a poorer return on ad spend. The third reason I've stuck to Google Ads for so long is that I actually find, particularly for scaling, is when I focused on Google Ads, e-commerce scaling, getting down and narrowing that niche, I found I was able to add more value than simply just Google to a business, and that meant I was able to charge more. It meant that I was very, very easily findable and searchable. All my content has been around the same thing for so long. People refer me, which is another reason, a lot of work. So when you stick to one thing, your business becomes very easily referable. What I find with a lot of people in the online space is they're doing a lot of things, but no one actually knows exactly what they're doing. And I know it might sound strange, but I'm sure you know a lot of people, you see them posting, doing things, and you go, what do they actually do? Whereas with me, it's always been very clear. Google Ads, e-commerce, Google Ads, e-commerce. So that really helped me grow my business because people knew when someone asked them about Google Ads or e-commerce to refer them my way, right? And because I've been doing it so long, I may not even be the best out there at it. I'm pretty good. Am I the best? I have no idea. How do you even measure that? But because it was so easy, I guess, to then assume because of the time that I've spent in it, hey, this person's an expert. Particularly when you put out YouTube videos and things like that, you even more so become known as an expert. Because realistically, if I was bad at Google Ads, how could I still be doing it and still be talking about it 6.5 years later, not having to go back and work a job and run my own business? It just wouldn't work, would it? Unless I had someone funneling me money, which I don't. I don't have rich parents. How could that work? So it's a really easy one to go, hey, this guy obviously knows what he's talking about. And because of that, I've been able to inspire trust in people. I've been able to offer things like consulting and coaching over the years, or courses. Not that that's been my main business. The main business has been the agency and doing client-based work, but it's just made it so much easier to grow. And I think that's a really big problem with a lot of people starting businesses online. No matter what, they get shiny object syndrome. And I get it as well. Like, I'm going, oh, should I focus on this or that? Even within what I'm currently doing. And because of that lack of focus, they're never able to really get off the ground. And so that's probably the biggest reason. And because of all that, you're able to charge more, and clients value you far more. You're a specialist rather than a generalist. And, as long as you can get people results, they will refer people to you, and your churn will be much lower. Because a really big problem with the agencies face, and really any service-based business, is that if you cannot show that you are constantly adding value to their business or worth it to them, they will cut you. And it happens. Sometimes it happens even if you're getting them good results. Sometimes it just happens, right? People are in different phases of business. People want to hire in-house versus an agency or a freelancer or anything like that. But what I found is, if you wanted to grow into a large agency that specializes, you can do that, but you really have to be aggressive with sales, where my approach has always been, very soft, not heavy on the sales. Hey, this is what I do. These are the results I've gotten people. This is what might work for you. And just put content out there, and people came because I built that trust up. As I said, obviously because you're more valuable and you're a specialist, you can generally charge more than a generalist. And it made it easier for me from an operational point of view and what to focus on each day. Because remember, you've only got finite brain power. If you're running, Facebook ads, Meta ads, TikTok, web design, SEO, and you're doing all of these things, you cannot possibly be really good at any of them or the best. You'll be okay at all of them. People will realize that. They won't stay as long. And you will, over time, lose clients, and your business will become a revolving door. And the hard thing with that is you're going to have to invest money and time and energy into all these things. And then even operationally, it's much simpler for me to run my business because I know each and every time these are the steps I have to take. And then each day I know what I need to look at, what team members need to look at, what anyone that's working here, and it's a small team. That's the other benefit, is because it's easily repeatable, I have never needed a big team. A lot of the time I've been able to do it with just me. And then potentially needing to get small contractors here and there. Now there's 3 people, and I don't think I will really ever want to grow it much more than that, potentially down the track, maybe one more, but it just doesn't need it, particularly for this arm. You really can manage a decent business really on your own, and really well into high 6 figures, and even 7 figures is possible with it. Well and truly, I know several people that are running, one-man show 7-figure businesses in this space, and it's not info product based, it is service based. Because a lot of what I've done is, a lot of my agreements are either flat fee retainers or percent of ad spend. My preferred method is not percent of ad spend. And then I've also liked to include, sometimes a full percentage based model, so percent of sales or percent of profit. Profit's a little harder, or percent of sales times return on ad spend. That has made it fairer, and it's allowed me to scale my own business much, much better. I'm able to then, which is another reason, spend a lot more time within these businesses, and because I spend more time, I get them better results. So it's in everyone's interest to actually get paid more, because if you're having to manage 50, 100 accounts, even 30, 25, it's really hard. I have managed well over 50 accounts at one point, and it was a killer. I made less money than I did now, and it just didn't work, right? So that's another reason, and it's a big one, is I treated it like my own business. And so because of that, I was able to continuously grow. And yeah, that's why I've been able to stick to Google Ads for e-commerce for over 8 years. Hope you've enjoyed this video, guys. What I have been doing is opening up some group coaching with also some course material, and really 2 avenues to it. E-commerce businesses, and then people either in agencies or wanting to help grow their agencies. I'm offering some group coaching on both of them. I'm going to leave the link to that below. And lots of content will be around this as well, because I do want to grow the coaching side of the business. I have a bit more spare time now. And then the idea is that, either invest into some one-on-one coaching once you get past that point, or if you want me to actually manage the ads or help consult on the ads, we can talk about that as well. So thanks so much, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.